y no, me las hice, me las dio y me dijo, "Ah".
There's something fascinating about young football stars who rise fast, make millions, and yet still feel mysterious. Because while some players show off everything, the cars, the watches, the mansions, others move differently. They build wealth quietly. They level up without making too much noise. And that's exactly what makes Nico Williams so interesting. At just 23 years old in 2026, he's already one of the most explosive wingers in European football. He's playing at the highest level, earning millions every year, attracting global attention, and slowly building a luxury lifestyle that's only getting bigger. But here's the real question. How rich is he actually? What does he earn? What does he spend? And what kind of life is he living behind the scenes? Because once you look deeper into his salary, his cars, and his lifestyle, you start to see a story that's much bigger than football. And it all started long before the fame. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how Nico Williams spends his millions. From his salary and sponsorships to his cars, fashion, relationships, and even controversies. Trust me, some of these numbers will surprise you. So sit back, hit that like button, and let's dive into the world of Nico Williams. Before the fame, the big contracts, and the spotlight, Nico Williams was just a young boy with a dream. Nicholas Nico Williams Arthier was born on July 12, 2002, in Pamplona, Spain. But his story actually goes much deeper than that. Nico is the son of Ghanaian parents who migrated to Spain in search of a better life. Like many immigrant families, they faced serious challenges, financial struggles, uncertainty, but through hard work and determination, they built a new life in Spain, and unknowingly raised two future football stars. Yes, Nico isn't the only footballer in the family. His older brother is Iñaki Williams, a well-known striker who has been a key player for Athletic Bilbao for years. Growing up, Nico looked up to Iñaki, not just as a brother, but as a role model. Football was always part of their lives. From playing on the streets to training in local academies, Nico's talent quickly became impossible to ignore. He eventually joined the Youth Academy of Athletic Bilbao, one of Spain's most unique clubs, known for developing local talent. And from that moment, everything changed. Nico Williams made his professional debut for Athletic Bilbao in 2021, and it didn't take long for people to notice him. With his insane speed, quick feet, and fearless attacking style, he became one of the most exciting young players in La Liga. What truly elevated Nico Williams to global recognition was his breakthrough with the Spanish national team. Once he earned his place in the squad, he wasted no time proving he belonged at the highest level. His standout performances in major international tournaments turned him into a household name almost overnight. In a very short time, he transformed from a promising young prospect into a genuine star. And as expected, that level of fame brought serious financial rewards. So, how rich is Nico Williams in 2026? As of 2026, his estimated net worth is between $12 million and $18 million. What makes this even more impressive is his age. He is still in his early 20s. With his career progressing rapidly, it is entirely realistic that he could surpass the $30 million mark within the next few weeks. The bulk of his wealth comes directly from football, particularly his contract with Athletic Bilbao. By 2026, he secured an improved deal that significantly increased his earnings. He is now estimated to earn between 6 million and 8 million euros per year, which converts to roughly 6.5 million to 8.5 million euros annually. Breaking that down further, Nico earns over 150,000 euros per week, about 20,000 euros per day, and close to 800 euros per hour. In simple terms, he earns more in an hour than many people make in an entire week, and that figure reflects only his base salary, excluding bonuses and endorsements. Because here's the reality. Football contracts don't stop at just a weekly salary. They come packed with performance-based rewards that can significantly boost a player's income. For Nico Williams, that means extra earnings for goals scored, assists delivered, and even the number of appearances he makes throughout a season.
On top of that, there were team bonuses tied to wins, tournament progress, and major competitions.
These endorsement deals are extremely lucrative, bringing in an estimated $1 to $3 million annually. This income comes from various avenues, including sponsored content on social media, wearing branded gear during matches and training, and participating in commercial campaigns and promotional appearances. And ultimately, that's where lasting wealth is truly created. Now that we've broken down how Nico Williams earns his money, it's time for the part everyone has been waiting for: his luxury lifestyle. Because when a young footballer starts pulling in millions every single year, the question naturally becomes, how does he spend it? And in Nico's case, the answer is simple. He spends it with style. While he isn't known for being overly flashy like some of football's biggest superstars, Nico Williams still enjoys the rewards of his success. His approach is more refined, less about showing off, and more about quality, comfort, and performance. But make no mistake, the lifestyle is still elite. When it comes to cars, Nico is part of a generation of footballers who appreciate both speed and luxury. One standout vehicle often associated with players at his level is the Mercedes-Benz AMG G63, better known as the iconic G-Wagon. This isn't just any SUV, it's a statement.
The G63 combines rugged design with high-end luxury, making it one of the most sought-after vehicles in the football world. Under the hood, it features a powerful 4.0-liter V8 bi-turbo engine, delivering around 577 horsepower. For a vehicle of its size, that level of performance is impressive, launching from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just about 4.5 seconds. Step inside and it's a completely different world. Premium leather seats, customizable ambient lighting, advanced digital displays, and a level of comfort that turns every drive into an experience. And of course, all that luxury comes at a price. Depending on customization, the G63 typically costs between $180,000 and $220,000. And for someone like Nico, personalization makes all the difference. And the truth is, that's only the beginning. Like many elite footballers, Nico is also believed to be drawn to performance vehicles such as the Audi RS series, particularly models like the RS6 or RS7. These cars combine practicality with absurd speed. The RS6 Avant, for example, produces around 591 horsepower, and despite being a family-style wagon, it can accelerate like a supercar. Its price sits comfortably around $120 to $140. And then there's the possibility of something sportier, something that matches his personality on the pitch. Players of Nico's profile often gravitate toward brands like Lamborghini or Porsche. A Porsche 911 Carrera, for instance, offers sleek design, precision handling, and a top-tier driving experience. With a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour of about 4 seconds, it's built for speed, just like Nico himself. That would cost him somewhere in the range of $130 to $180.
While Nico might not yet have the massive garage of a seasoned superstar, his collection already reflects a lifestyle built on comfort, performance, and quiet luxury. If there's one thing Nico Williams is becoming known for off the pitch, it's his fashion sense. Unlike players who go for loud and extravagant looks, Nico leans toward a modern, stylish aesthetic. Clean fits, high-end streetwear, and subtle luxury pieces. But don't be fooled. Subtle doesn't mean cheap. Nico is often seen wearing designer brands like Louis Vuitton, Dior, Balenciaga, and Off-White, labels that can easily cost thousands of dollars per outfit. A single Louis Vuitton jacket, for example, can range between $2,000 and $5,000, while designer sneakers often sit in the $800 to $1,500 range. And when it comes to watches, that's where things get really interesting. Athletes at Nico's level often invest in high-end timepieces, not just for fashion, but as assets. Brands like Rolex and Audemars Piguet dominate the football world. A classic Rolex Datejust costs around $10,000 to $15,000, depending on the model. But if Nico decides to upgrade to something more exclusive, like a Rolex Submariner or Daytona, he could be spending anywhere from $20,000 to over $50,000.
And that's just entry level in the luxury watch world.
When it comes to where Nico Williams lives, things are a little more private, but we can still paint a clear picture based on his career and lifestyle. As a key player for Athletic Bilbao, Nico is most likely based in or around Bilbao, Spain, where many players choose to live in quiet, high-end residential areas. Footballers at Nico Williams' level don't just spend their money, they invest it. And one of the smartest places they put it is in real estate. Luxury living is part of the lifestyle, and that often means modern villas or high-end apartments designed for comfort, privacy, and security. In cities like Bilbao and surrounding areas, an upscale property can easily cost anywhere between 1 million to 3 million euros, depending on the location, size, and features. These spaces are built for elite living, with open, spacious interiors, private gyms for personal training, home cinemas for relaxation, and swimming pools that offer the perfect escape after intense matches. Despite the luxury, Nico maintains a relatively low-key image. He isn't known for excessive display, and that balance is part of what defines him. At the same time, as his wealth grows, it's very likely he's looking beyond his current base. Cities like Madrid, Barcelona, and even international property markets become attractive options. Real estate, after all, isn't just about lifestyle, it's about long-term financial growth. Now, beyond money and assets, there's one thing fans always want to know:
his personal life. As of 2026, Nico Williams keeps his relationship status extremely private. Unlike many footballers who constantly appear in headlines with partners, Nico seems focused on his career. There have been rumors, of course, but nothing officially confirmed. And honestly, that makes sense. At this point in his life, focus is everything. He's building his legacy, growing his value, and securing his future. And sometimes that means keeping certain parts of your life away from the spotlight. What remains clear, however, is his strong connection to family, especially his brother Iñaki, who continues to be a grounding force in his life, even as his fame continues to rise. However, compared to many footballers, Nico has managed to maintain a relatively clean image. There have been minor moments of criticism, mainly typical debates around performance, club decisions, or transfer rumors, but nothing that has seriously damaged his reputation. In fact, many fans and analysts see him as one of the more disciplined and focused young players in the game. In today's game, talent alone isn't enough to secure massive earnings. A player's image now plays a huge role in how much they can make off the pitch. Brands are no longer just looking for skill, they're investing in personality, professionalism, and consistency. And right now, Nico Williams is ticking every single one of those boxes. But here's the most important part. What you've seen so far, this is only the beginning.
Nico Williams is still in the early stages of his career, and if he continues performing at the level he's showing today, the future looks extremely lucrative. Bigger contracts are almost inevitable, along with more endorsement deals from global brands eager to attach themselves to rising stars. There's also the possibility of a major transfer, and in modern football, that can change everything overnight. We're talking about a potential rise past $30 million, $50 million, or even higher within just a few years. From humble beginnings to becoming one of Spain's most exciting young talents, Nico Williams is living proof of what hard work, dedication, and self-belief can truly achieve. By 2026, he's already reached a level many dream of: a millionaire, a rising star, and a player with the world watching his every move. But what makes his journey even more exciting isn't where he is right now, it's where he's going. Because the truth is, this story is far from finished. Nico is still growing, still evolving, and still unlocking new levels of success with every season he plays. And if he continues on this path, the future looks even brighter. Bigger contracts, global fame, and a legacy that could define a generation. So the next time you see Nico Williams bursting down the wing, leaving defenders behind with that incredible pace, just remember this: you're not just watching a footballer in action. You're watching a future superstar, building an empire in real time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the lives of your favorite stars. And let me know in the comments, who should we break down next?